Hello, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whatever time of the day it is. This is the Bobbi Jo and Sheena show. Two friends, two colleagues here to help just change the world one thought at a time with one word at a time. Messing up there. Today we're coming to you and we're talking about James Allen, As a Man Thinketh. And this is just also powerful. This kind of has to do with our praxis, we were saying, walking our talk with our behavior, with our belief. But here it says, men do not attract which they want, but that which they are. I'll say one more thing. He wishes and prayers are only gratified and answered when they harmonize with his thoughts and action. This is the laws of cause and effect, people. So, who are you? What you want is always maybe different from what you really are. So are you walking your talk with your praxis? Take it away, Sheena.
And that's exactly it. So like in Bob Proctor's program, Thinking into Results, so as soon as I heard those statements, I was thinking of praxis lesson 8. And that's where we've got to, as Bobbi Jo likes to say, practice the praxis. And so are you literally walking your talk? So many times we can say things, but we actually don't actually live them and live in them. I mean, is it in The Science of Getting Rich that he said that it's the hardest work that anybody could actually do is walking what you know. Knowing is just one thing. So you can want and want and want and want, but you have to be a vibrational match. If you had what you wanted, what would you be feeling? And so people are like me, always trying to be in the next now, and never actually being here. So no, it was like almost nothing was ever good enough right here, right now, because I wanted this now. And I couldn't seem to get the two of them matched. But then I realized that this now will be that now in the future. Because when you have what you want, it will be a now. Everything in the future happens in a now time. So therefore, it's all one now. Now, for anybody who doesn't understand the Northern Irish accent here. So this now here is your eternal now. So this is where, I think I put it on my group this morning, I said, repeat after me. My life is blessed. I am blessed. My life is awesome. Repeat, repeat, repeat. And just your inner conversation has got to match what the vision is. So if you had what you wanted, would you be saying, how am I going to get it? Like Neville Goddard in the Barbados thing, wasn't it? If you were in Barbados, you wouldn't be going, I am in Barbados. I am in Barbados. No, you'd be going, oh my goodness, I'm in Barbados. This is just so amazing. Oh, I'm so lucky. We were talking about it yesterday, about the difference in the vibration. Did you feel that? I am. See, that's the ego talking, I am. And this is the spirit talking, oh my God, I'm in Barbados. Notice the difference.
I'm tongue-tied there. It is the inner conversations. And it is, I've said this so many times too, that we think we know what we want, but we have so many cultural and social and even friend paradigms on top of us that we just want what the Joneses want because they want it too. And isn't that funny? We see enough stuff on TV over and over, at least here in the States, that you see it 20, 30, 40 times. I mean, advertising knows what they're doing. You see it enough and you're watching a football game and they show you the BMW ad over and over, or the Mercedes over and over. You start to go, hey, I think I want one of those. And so can you imagine the repetition of after day, week after week, month after month, as we do the American football here, and you keep seeing it by the end, hundreds of these advertisings. What is it you really want? And so that's what our coaching is a lot of doing, is a lot of unbecoming who we think we really are. Because you could have been 5 years old and singing and so happy, and you came home and your mom yelled at you because she had a headache. And so from that point, you don't even remember your mom saying, shut up. That's a horrible voice, but you've held it into your heart. So you really got to do the research and go deep within yourself and really find what makes you happy, what brings the bliss out. Because we keep putting things in conditions in front of us. Well, I'll be happy when I get this. What is that Mercedes bringing you? It's getting you to point A to point B. I don't give a care about cars. If you know me, I have some pretty crappy cars. We have one car I hold on to. It rains inside of it. It's so funny. We should just drop it off at the junkyard. But I'm like, no, it still runs. Let's use it. Because I don't care. It gets me to point A and point B. It doesn't matter to me what it is, if it's what color it is. I don't put stuff into that. And so many people do. And so it's fine if that's what you do, if that's your jam, totally. But you just got to ask yourself, why is it so important? Why is it so important I have the white Mercedes that's pristine and so clean, so everyone else will think great things of you? I don't, so as I talk about that with the Louis Vuitton. People love Louis Vuitton. I have a great friend. She has many of them. And I think they're the ugliest pocketbooks out there. So mustard, yellow, and brown. I do like brown though. So you just have to, I've gone off on a tangent, sorry. So you just have to find out what it is you truly want, because you're vibrating at different levels. You're wanting something because someone else has it, not truly what you want. Because if you truly wanted it and you were stepping into your grace and stepping into your stride and just doing it, and whether you had the money or didn't have the money, you had the car, you didn't have the car, you're just doing it, you will find that everything will just come right to you. Boom, like, whoa, that came right to me. How did that happen? It's because the universe is working out for us, people. You think but you're not trying to get into the right rhythm of it. You're trying to fight it. You're fighting yourself. Know you, love you. Go.
It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that I realized, that I was fighting myself. I always felt wrong as me. I always felt I should be someone else. I should be somewhere else. And that wrongness was me fighting myself and attacking myself. And you say attacking yourself, it's just like thoughts of fear, doubt, and worry is attack on your own cells. And I've got plenty of stories, around that, but I'm not even going to start them now because we'll be here for a while longer. But actually, since I started that, Bobbi Jo, it's like I'm gonna carry on. It's about the story of the deer. And so there's a deer in a forest, and she's absolutely beautiful, and her land is beautiful, and she's got little animals and the flowers and everything, and they're all blooming, absolutely blooming. And then one day she hears that there's a stag who's a really, really good hunter. And so she decides that she will hunt him. He's not the best hunter, she is. And so she hunts and she hunts and she hunts and she hunts. And Bobbi Jo's left the scene. She's coming back. I know she's here and she's heard this story. So she hunts and hunts and hunts. And then she looks back, and the forest has almost died. The animals are hidden, they've run away, and the flowers have fallen down. And so she realized oh my goodness, what have I done? And so she goes back into the forest and she literally helps recreate it again. And the flowers come back, the animals come back, and the sun is shining, and then the stag comes to her. I actually said that story to Wolfgang, my partner, yesterday, and I was saying I'm really starting to understand that story now, because all my cells, all your cells in your body are literally like little universes, little your multiverse here. All these cells are serving you, and they're doing everything that you want them to do. But what are you telling it to do? Have you been beating them up? Those cells are doing everything for you. And I realized how much I'd beaten myself up. And I just want you all to have a bit of peace. So think about that, dear. Think the cells are your flowers and your plants and your animals and everything like that. And be nice to you first and foremost, then your attitude to the rest of the world. I noticed that, Bobbi Jo, is that we switch ourselves on for, maybe that's like I would switch myself on for here, but then maybe when I get off and then I'm like, and whinge and moan at myself about something, I need to have a good attitude towards me first. Then it's no problem for the rest of the world.
Yeah. And even before getting on today, sometimes I'm like, I can skip today. But then when I'm here with you, Sheena, and just talking about this, I just love it. It's just like my happy place. So I know this is what I'm born to do. And, I could easily look at what everyone else is doing. And you sent me that Cody Brett guy, and how come he has so many followers and judge and compare? And it doesn't even matter. Find your bliss, right? What is that? Bloom where you are. We like to say that.
Bloom where you stand. I love that phrase. Thank you for reminding me. I'd forgotten about that. Bloom where you stand.
Bloom where you stand and just do you, boo. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not here to get anything anymore with Sheena. 2 years ago, it'd have been like, how many likes, how many this, how many subscribers, and it doesn't matter. I went on a low battery. I hope you can see me. Oh, there I am.
Yes,
hi.
I'm still here.
And so it doesn't matter. It's just here to serve. It's just here to have fun, but it starts up here in the mind. For those of you who can't see my head pointing to my brain, it all starts up here. And as a man thinketh, right? Said it right there. Men don't attract which they want, but that which they are. So just have the awareness of who you are, who you're trying to be. You don't have to try to be anyone. You can drop into the grace of who you are ultimately. So we love you the way you are. Start shining just right where you stand. Bloom where you are. And we love you, and we'll see you soon.
Cheerio now.